Now is the winter of our discontent, made of glorious summer by the son of York. And all the clouds that lord upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried now are our brows around with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarms changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures, grim visaged war, what smooth his wrinkled front. And now, instead of mounting barbed steeds, fight the souls of fear adversities. He keepeth nimbly in a lady chamber to invest pleasure of a lute, but I that am not shaped for supportive tricks, nor made caught an enormous looking glass, I that am rudely stamped and what love's majesty. To stand before wanton ambling nymph, I that am certain of this fair function, cheated of feature, dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breeding world scarce, half made up, and that so lamely unfashionable, that dogs bark at me as I halt by them. Why I in this weak piping time of peace have no delight in pass away the time unless by spy my shadow in the sun and descent of mine own deformity. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover, I return these farewell spoken. I'm determined to prove a villain and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots have I laid in dangers by drunken processes, idle dreams and deadly hate. The one against the other I settle false by treacherous this day. Should Clarence closely be mewed up, and a prophecy which says that G of Edward hears the murder shall he dive thoughts down to my soul.
Here is your orb and scepter. I hereby declare you the King of England, Edward the Eighth.
George of Clarence is gonna kill the king! I am George of Clarence, brother to Edward the Fourth. You are hereby arrested Thank you for losing to lead my triumphant battle. Now, princely Buckingham, seal thou this league with thy embracements to my wife's allies, and make me happy in your unity. Why, madame, I have offered love for this to be flouted in this royal presence. Who knows not that the gentle duke is dead? You do him injury to scorn his course. Who knows not he's dead? Who knows he is? Is Clarence dead? The order was reversed. But he, poor man, but your first order died, and that a winged Mercury did bear. Some tardy cripple bore commument that came to Lag. See him buried. God grant some noble and less. Prithee, peace, my soul is full of sorrow. When I say at once, what is thou request? Have I a tongue to do my brother's death? And shall that tongue give pardon to a slave? And yet his punishment was bitter death. Who sued to him for me? Who is in my wrath? Kneeled at my feet and bid me advise, who spoke of brotherhood, who spoke of love, who told me how the poor soul did forsake the mighty Warwick and fight for me, who told me in the field of Tewkesbury, when Oxford had me down, he rescued me and said, dear brother, live and be king, who told me when lay in the field. When lay in the field, and almost to death, how did he lap me, even in his garments, and did give himself? All thin and naked, to the dumb cold night, come Hastings, help me to my class. Ah, poor Clarence! This is the fruit of the rashness. Mark, do you know how that guilty kindred the queen? Look pale when they did hear of Clarence's death. Oh, they did urge it still unto the king. God will revenge it come. Lord, will you go to comfort Edward with our company? I hereby claim Richard of Gloucester, Lord Protector of Edward the Fifth. Ba-bum. Here comes Richard of Gloucester. If to depart in silence, or bitterly to speak in your reproof, best fitteth of disagree on your condition. If not to answer, you might happily think to tongue-tied ambition. Not replying, yielding the golden yoke of sovereignty, which fondly you would here impose on me. If to reprove you for this suit of yours, the seasoned with your faithful love to me, then you other side check, my friends. To speak and to avoid the first, and then in speaking not to incur the last definitely. Thus I answer you, for your love deserves my thanks, but my desert inevitable stands. Your high request first, if all obstacles were cut away, and that my part part were even the crown, as the ripe ravens due to of birth, yet so much in my poverty of spirit, so might and so many my defects, that I would avoid, rather hide me from my greatness. Being a bark to brook no mighty sea, than in my greatness covered to be hid, and in vapor of my glory smothered. By God be thanked, there is no need for me, and much I need help where you there need. The royal tree hath left us royal fruit, which mellowed by the stealing hours of time, while becomes to seek of majesty, and make no doubt us happy by his reign on him. I lay that you would lay on me the light and fortune of happy stars, which God defeated that I should wing from him. My nephews are not the rightful heir to the throne.
Richard of Gloucester, I present to you the orb and scepter. We've lost the crown?
You lost the crown! Get it at once, or you will be executed.
Here, Your Majesty, the crown of England. I hereby declare you King Richard III of England. 'Twas the night before the battle, and all through the sight not a creature was stirring, not even a mite.
Hello? Hello?
Richard!
What?
Richard!
What?
Richard! Richard!
Hello? What?
Despair and die!
What?
Richard!
What?
Despair and die! Henry! Why are you here on this fateful night?
Win this battle and rid us of Richard. Henry, win this battle and rid us of Richard. A horse! My kingdom for a horse!
Richard! Ah!